Hi. All right, let's talk cognitive stimulation. So intellectual wellness, flashcards. So I'm really big on flashcards and making sure I have a lot of flashcards available for my residents. And the reason is because it's something that you can put down in front of them and they can look at, they can sort through, and depending on the flashcards, there might be trivia on it. There's different topics. It's a great game for like 1 to 3, or 1 to 2, or even 1-on-1, or just for them to sort through. The different kind of flashcards that I love. First of all, no child cartoonish ones. I like real pictures versus cartoon pictures. Every once in a while, you'll get some really good drawn ones, and those are okay too. I like the primary flashcards, which will have like A for apple, and then B ball, and have the pictures on them. And even somebody in like that moderate stage of dementia can still benefit from flashcards. What you want to do is, depending on what kind of flashcards they are, you can have them sort them into piles. So if they're objects, you can make a card or a piece of paper that says inside or outside. So the object that they're looking at, they have to pick it up, read it, and think, is something I use inside or outside? You see where I'm going with that? All right, same thing with animal cards, because a lot of times animals will have birds, animals, insects all together. And so then you can have the different categories. And usually what I do is I will have the flashcards, and inside the sack with the flashcards, I will have those categories. So they can lay the categories out and then they can do it. Another thing you can do with moderately impaired dementia, because flashcards are kind of an easy thing, is if you make it a game and you make it fun, and then you see how fast, but without pressure, you can say, well, just see how fast you can sort through this, sort these into categories. This is what we're doing to strengthen our brain today. So you're making it fun, you're making it engaging, and you're making it so that it's something that and my dog is getting in stuff. Go figure. Anyway, they can do that way. So anything that's got real pictures, if you do shapes and colors, you can sort those into shapes and colors for that later moderate. There's a ton of different kinds of trivia flashcards, like presidential flashcards and weather flashcards and insect flashcards and bird flashcards. I mean, you can find it everywhere. I have gotten the majority of my flashcards from the Dollar Tree, especially when they had their National Geographic and Animal Planet cards out. But you can also get them from Walmart or any of the other places in the toy store. Just look in their flashcard selection. Another good place to look is Facebook Market. The other thing you can kind of look at is the math cards, but very simple math, because that's something that gets a lot more complex for them as their cognition changes. So again, you get your flashcards out. We're going to wash hands. We're going to clean the table, and then you can set your categories up and then have them do that. If they are more advanced and you have object flashcards that have the pictures on it, remember, the goal at this point is not for them to name what's on the card. In their advanced stages, the goal is the fact that they got their eyes open and they're watching you and they're listening to you and they're being stimulated cognitively by that conversation. So no, they're not going to be able to look at a card and say, that's a ball, that's an apple, that's a banana. But they're going to be able to listen to you when you're saying those words. And so you're going to be doing more talking, and it's almost more of a reminiscing and a stimulus, a sensory stim thing for them to keep their eyes open and be engaged. So that is something I refer to as bright eyes sessions. The game, not the game, but the agenda isn't that they know it, it's that they got their eyes open and they're awake and they're engaged. So bright eye session. Let's see, I'm trying to think. So you can go to the store, you can find your flashcards. One of these days I'll pull some of my flashcards and I will do that and show you what specifically I have. I believe I have also flashcards of things in the house. So that's a good one because you can put bathroom, bedroom, living room, kitchen, even garage. And so when that object comes up and you have to think, well, that's a garden hose. That's probably goes in the garage or in the backyard. That's a mixer. Well, that probably goes in the kitchen. So that's how they process through that. Some things they may not see the picture clearly. And again, what is their vision? What stage are they at? So again, the know your audience and to know your loved one's cognitive level helps. Another thing is some of our residents that are a little bit further along, they like to bend things and wrinkle things up. So if you want to keep those flashcards for a while, an idea is you can laminate them. And that way they're kind of indestructible. But always remember around the corners, because laminated, if you cut it straight, it can be too sharp and it might cut their skin. But that's another thing. And so that's one of the reasons I really like flashcards. They can hold it in their hands. They can manipulate it. It makes them think. It's something that you can give to them and go take care of a task in the house. If you need to turn the laundry over or you need to do something and you can't, you be with them right that minute, it's safe to leave out in front of them while you go take care of what you need to do and come back. And it keeps them occupied while you're doing that as well as cognitively stimulated. So yay, flashcards. We like flashcards.